Okay. How's the audio? Anything? There we yeah. Got it. Got it. Hi guys. Hello everybody. Hello viewers. Hello my friends. This is going to be a Von Helton. Whoa. Got some background there. This is going to be a Von Helton. Hello Irv. A Von Helton video, but we're going to separate the science from the non-science in this one. So, as you can see from the title, Von Helton is issuing a global warning from his car in somewhere in a truck stop about how RFK Jr.'s what is he called? Organic food is killing us. So let's first have a look at the science. Now, what I did was I found a gardener who will explain what's going on. The background is that Von Helton is claiming that food is now filled with plastic and rubber, and therefore, you used to be able to say you take a banana or a piece of watermelon and just snap it. Now it bends like rubber or like plastic. And Von Helton is now saying is warning the world about this. But first, let's remove that and put that in there. Okay, so here is the science.
You watch these TikTok videos right here and you're like my sister questioning whether or not the government is poisoning us, then this video is most definitely for you. Now, ultimately speaking, the three that are showing up on TikTok the most are bananas, avocados, and watermelons, but we can commonly see this in so many different other fruits and vegetables. And it actually comes down to three different factors. First one being excessive amounts of plastic inside of your fruits and vegetables. Half the crowd just was like, goodbye. Okay, so when it comes to texture, we use something called a penetrometer. The Geek Crew, and if you want to join the Geek Crew, it's literally just hitting that subscribe button down there. It costs you absolutely nothing, but pure enjoyment. Oh, it doesn't cost you enjoyment. Well, I mean, it might cost you enjoyment. I don't know. So, penetrometer is stuck into the fruit and vegetable to determine what texture it is or the density of the texture to tell you whether or not you're going to like the fruit or vegetable. And there are three things that ultimately affect how that rolls out. Okay, so number one is actually cell wall modification. Now, this sounds scary and it sounds GMO and hokey pokey, but it's really not. What it actually comes down to is what the plant naturally does as it begins to ripen. So we know there's a trigger point between where you can harvest and it won't ripen properly, get some storage out of it and it will ripen properly. And then obviously what we do here in our gardens is allow it to go almost into deterioration mode and then consume it. And this is what is in most cases the best flavor and the best texture. Now, cell wall modification is a fancy term for essentially as a tomato or a watermelon becomes ripe, these cells themselves, the cells begin to decompose in a sense and almost explode and deteriorate, which makes the texture of said watermelon more tasty, much easier, crumbly in your mouth, if you will. And a great example of this is actually peaches, nectarines, plums, things like that. Peach, for example, that is not yet ripened. It's really hard. The texture's totally off. But if you wait, it gets kind of mushy, melt in your mouth, delicious. And this is because of cell wall deterioration. Essentially, things are just falling apart, and that's what makes things a little bit more gummy. It's like Mother Nature's way of pre-chewing it and feeding us like we're little baby birds. Number two is actually turgor pressure. So essentially what turgor pressure is, the process of water being uptaken into something called a vacuole. The vacuole is inside of a cell, and the cell on the outside of your plants is almost like a balloon. The vacuole inside is a balloon inside of said balloon, and the vacuole will shrink and increase as water comes into and out of the plant. So if a plant is uptaking a lot of water, it begins to expand, which in turn kind of expands the outer balloon. When the plant loses too much water, the vacuole will collapse, and then in turn, the cell wall will collapse with it. Now, remember how cell walls are very important in the process of making a firm fruit or vegetable or plant? Well, if the cell walls have not deteriorated yet, that obviously causes issues. But if the cell walls aren't allowed to expand to the amount that they need to make said texture, the said texture that we want, you're going to end up with a plant that's not too delicious. Now, because plants and, watermelons, it's in the name. There's a ton of water inside of these things. So because vacuoles are so reliant on water, if water is limited, such as a drought season or really high heats where you just simply couldn't ever apply enough water, we tend to get vacuoles that are shrunken and therefore a cell wall that is also shrunken and just something that doesn't have a lot of juice in it. So that's number one. Number two is the opposite of that. And sometimes we see this in the garden, and that's when a tomato plant fills their vacuoles up too much because we keep on giving them water, and eventually they split. And you'll see this every once in a while. That is a vacuole cell walls that have begun to expand past the level that they're meant to, and ultimately cause rips and tears inside of the fruit or vegetable. Now, as a producer, you're trying to aim somewhere in between the two, because obviously both ends of the spectrum don't yield you much money and kind of turns people off from wanting to eat bananas. Now, keep in mind that water also moves around carbohydrates and nutrients and all that fun stuff throughout the entire plant. And if we're in a drought or we have lack of water, the carbohydrates and the byproducts of photosynthesis also aren't moving around. And a huge part of what makes up the flavor actually comes from the process of photosynthesis. So if your plant's lacking water, it's not able to get things in the right place, your fruits and veggies, your vegetables are going to taste. Okay, so the last one is actual cuticle. So the cuticle on the outside of your fruit and vegetable is almost like a protective barrier that helps decrease or limit turgor pressure. Now, the idea here is that if it can regulate turgor pressure in some way, it can obviously affect the texture of the fruit. Now, so this is obviously something that's not heavily affected by environment. It is affected by, really high heats, for example, or really cold colds, but ultimately, it's a little bit more difficult and not as important in its role compared to the vacuoles and the cell walls. But if it's not present or it's not there in the correct proportions, we tend to get a off texture. The watermelons you are seeing on TikTok are something called woody or woody textured watermelons. And the only reason that these exist actually comes down to the lack of water. So if you didn't get the memo, North America is in a little bit of a drought. I didn't get the memo. Saskatchewan didn't get the memo because it will not stop raining here. Manitoba won't stop raining. Alberta won't stop raining. It just keeps on raining. So those provinces, they didn't get the memo. But the rest of North America, they got the memo. And they are currently in a drought. And obviously with a drought, we are going to have turgor pressures that are going to suffer and cell walls that are going to collapse around said vacuoles and make some very woody watermelons. So that's what's going on with the watermelon. So with bananas and avocados, we're actually suffering from the exact same thing. And that is not cell walls that won't deteriorate and not cuticles that are not at their peak. It actually is vacuoles that aren't expanding fully. So when a plant doesn't expand on its vacuole and really increase the water content, it obviously will make something that is harder and almost plastic-like in a sense. Now, the other reason why this can affect the texture is because the cell wall deterioration can't take place, because if you've watched the videos on soil microbes or just microbes in general, we know microbes need water, and if there's no water or less water present, the process of decomposition is much slower. So think of a semi-dehydrated fruit or vegetable that you buy from the store or you dehydrate on yourself, and how it's shelf stable for quite a long time compared to if you were to put said peach just on the counter as is. Kind of what's happening with these fruits and vegetables on TikTok. They're in this pseudo dehydrated state where there's not enough moisture and stuff going on to decompose it quickly anyways, but there's also not enough to make the texture good. So ultimately it just is kind of making some gross produce. Bottom line, welcome to the drought of 2024. You can expect much more of this, and or just fruits and vegetables that taste like absolute garbage. So this is the reason why you should start a garden. And if you're totally new at that, then you're going to want to check out this video right here.
Okay. So that, let me just skip out of this for a sec. Yeah. Okay, so that is the science. Now, she took about 8 minutes to explain science. So we understand now that these TikTok videos of rubbery watermelons, it's not rubber. It's like she said, it's more woody because of the drought. There has not been enough water in these fruits in order to give them the correct texture that we're used to because of the drought. So having said that, I think what we'll do is, I did see in the chat that there was some chatter about Revelation News. So maybe you want to go and check him out, huh? Okay, hold on. All right, so what's going on here? Revelation News, our friend Jason. I can't trust anyone. So what does the chatter say? Seems like Jason's figured out he's pretty. Okay, is that related to this post? Let me see. Did he make something? A little update? No, that was yesterday. Did he make a video from 8 days ago? No. So just that post. Okay, so okay, here's the deal here. I have to get rid of that. How do we get rid of that? Okay. I got a pretty busy day ahead of me, so we'll have to get back to Jason and Shani later on. But for now, what I want to do is I want to go to the non-science. All right. So the non-science, I'll remove that one. I don't know, how do I stop it? I guess you do that. And then I'm going to go to the Von Helton version of what we just watched. This is really shitty. This is really shitty news. The whole world should watch out. Are you ready for that? Okay, just remember the one thing. That lady took like 8 minutes to explain the science. We all understand now, because of the drought, the fruit is shitty. Now, this is the Von Helton version. Toby Michael, $5. You remember? Send it.
All righty, folks. You ready to get the crap scared out of you? I hope so, because here I come, ready or not.
Woo!
All righty. Now, let me tell you a little story. based on a video I saw, a real video that I saw. It was a
All right, this is based on a real video that he saw. Okay, so what we saw, I'm going to put in the category of a real video that we saw. Okay, so let's see what he says about the one that he saw.
short. It was a video short.
Oh, sure.
And this somewhat attractive black lady, let's say, she goes to a particular fast food joint and she gets some chicken strips. All right. She gets her some chicken strips and she goes to break one of the chicken strips in half so that she can dip it in her sauce because she got some hot sauce to go with it, or barbecue or whatever. All right, so she goes to break this chicken strip in half and it won't break. It bends because it's not meat, it's fucking rubber. And so she's bending and she's on the camera. She's literally on the camera. She said, "Look, it won't break. I can't break it to even dip in my hot sauce," or whatever sauce she had. And she's on the camera. She's sitting there on the camera bending the shit out of this piece of fake ass meat, trying to break it in two so she can dip it, and she can't even break it in two to dip it. They said, "Vaughn, that's crazy." No, it's on video and it's out there. Let me give you another one. Lady goes to the grocery store, a very well-known grocery store here in the United States. Goes to get her some slices of watermelon. She gets her some slices of watermelon. She brings them home, and she does the same damn thing. She goes to break off a piece to give to her daughter, and she can't break it off. It bends. It bends. Watermelon. And it bends. Now, you talk about scared shitless. Fake ass food. The food ain't even real. It's plastic.
All right, so this is what happens when you're ignorant. When you're totally ignorant of anything, of anything that's logical or scientific, let's just call it that way. He has no idea what he's talking about, obviously, because we just watched a video which explains why Vaughn's watermelon video was presenting a rubbery watermelon. It's the drought.
No wonder the shit don't spoil, because it's not real. No wonder the ants won't go around it, because it ain't real. Ants, cockroaches, nothing will go around this food, because it ain't real. It's plastic. And so the bugs know not to go around it. They say, "Vaughn, this is insanity." No, Google it. Google rubber watermelon video. Google it. Google rubber watermelon video. Google that. Rubber watermelon video. Or rubber chicken strips video. Google rubber chicken strip video or rubber watermelon. Go ahead. I dare you. I double dog dare you. You are going to absolutely shit. Because this isn't just one isolated incident. This is hundreds. Hundreds. Now, what was the promise from RFK? That we would get back to organic food? We would get back to all natural food? No, RFK lied. He fucking lied. What they done was they got rid of the term GMO, and now they're calling it bioengineered. So when you go to the store and you look on the package, it will say bioengineered. And there's a video out there on that too, by the way. Google that video too. Google bioengineered food video.
Right. Here you go. For anybody who has to read what bioengineered food is, I'm going to leave it up there for a couple of minutes. I don't feel like reading it. It's too small on the screen. But bioengineering food is essentially not a problem. skim through it there. Let me get rid of that. There you go. So you can. Okay, let me know when you've had a good old read. So bioengineering food is it's not harmful in any way, because soy, canola, sugar beets, papaya, some salmon, which is used for animal feed, or processed ingredients like oil, and it's really just crops. Bioengineered ingredients like soy lecithin or corn oil are common in processed foods. Firstly, processed foods themselves are not good for you. So, bioengineered components, ingredients in that processed food, it's not going to make it any better. So, let us continue with the man. Whoops, that's got to go, and then that can go. There we go. All right, Vaughn, lie to us.
Grocery store, even. Grocery store food. Bioengineered grocery store food video. Google that. I know it's a mouthful, but do it anyway. You'll be glad you did. Because this person goes to the shelf and they pull shit right off the shelf and read it right off the fucking label. Bioengineered, bioengineered, bioengineered cereal, bioengineered ketchup, bioengineered this, and just object.
Okay, hold on a sec. I just want to bring this up again. So regulations and labeling, if you look here at the bottom, it says food disclosure. Okay, so labeling mandates disclosure for foods containing detectable modified genetic material. So it's not a warning or a hazard of any sort to have bioengineered or a BE label on the food, on the package for the food that you buy. So we have that. And then we have this.
After object after object after object after object. Bioengineer. They got rid of the term GMO, see? Because they were required by law to tell you if it was GMO. Well, they just got rid of the term GMO.
Well, again, I have to correct you. Bioengineered food, also called genetically modified food. What is GMO that he said? I'm not sure what GMO is. But again, he's crying fire in a crowded cinema where there's no fire.
You're not looking for bioengineer. You're looking for GMO, genetically modified.
The same thing.
They got rid of the term and just went with bioengineered. But it still says it on the label. It says it on the label, bioengineered, down at the bottom.
Genetically modified organism. Okay. So GMO, bioengineered. So it's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing.
Sneaky, huh? Thanks, RFK. That was pretty sneaky of you, buddy. But yeah, rubber food, folk. Fake food. The exact opposite of what Robert Kennedy promised us. Robert Kennedy promised us real fucking food and gave us plastic food instead. Now you say, well, Vaughn, do you have any fucking rock solid proof of this? Yes, I do, as a matter of fact.
Oh, he has proof.
A former worker at Campbell's Soup said that the chicken that was used in the Campbell's Soup is bioengineered. It was made with a 3D printer. It's fake as hell. And he said, I'm not eating that slop. That's for poor people, or something to that effect.
Oh, okay.
Said,
a worker. It's some guy, some like big executive, like the president or the vice president or something of Campbell's, said something like, our food is for poor people. I guess it's cheap, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what he meant. But, of course, Von Helton is twisting it.
That it was bioengineered. It is made with a 3D printer. It is not real meat. It's not real chicken.
So now Von Helton is claiming that food is made with, it's not made, it's not food that's grown, it's printed. So you get a printer, and I don't know what you use for ink, but you print your food, and then you put it in a can and you sell it.
And it's fake as hell.
Okay.
And warned everyone not to eat it. Now you say, well, this was an ex-employee. He was disgruntled. He was pissed off. And that may be the case, but he's still not eating that fucking meat because he swears up and down it's fake as hell. And he said he won't go near it. And he said the bugs won't go near it either. Yeah, the bugs won't even go near it either. The meat, now I don't know about the noodles, but the meat, they won't go anywhere near it. Isn't that interesting?
There you go. 3D printers use plastics to print. So Vaughn is claiming that Campbell's or the food industry, whatever, is printing your chicken with plastic. And that's why your chicken strips won't break. They bend.
Campbell's soup. Campbell's chicken noodle soup, folks. They said, well, Vaughn, didn't you have chicken noodle soup just, a week ago or something? But it wasn't Campbell's chicken noodle soup. It was.
It's the Campbell's company that's printing their chicken, is it? Just the Campbell's company. Whew. I thought it was everybody.
Some homemade stuff that was on the shelf. But don't feel bad. Kroger brand and Walmart brand also are using fake meat and fake vegetables.
Hold on a second. You just said Campbell's. Now it's Walmart and Kroger. Oh, my.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And Kroger, by the way, here in the West is called Smith's, just so you know. And there was another place that's very famous called Aldi's. They had fake food too. But anyway, these videos are out there. Anybody can go see them. But I bet a lot of people watching this video right now did not know this yet. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to like. I want you to subscribe. I want you to share the fuck out of this video. Put it on TikTok. Put it on Instagram. Put it on Twitter. Well, Twitter. Put it on your YouTube page. Put it everywhere. Spread this far and wide so that people know what they're getting when they go to the fucking store, dude. Because this is creepy as fuck. This is totally creepy as fuck.
Don't share.
The exact opposite of what RFK promised us, folks. Because remember, he promised us real food. Well, we got the exact opposite. We got plastic food. Again, Google rubber watermelon video. Rubber watermelon video. Rubber chicken strip video. Just Google those things. The videos are out there, folks, for everybody to go see. And it's spreading like wildfire on the internet.
Wildfire.
Because it's the exact opposite of what RFK promised us, see. He promised us real food, and instead we're eating plastic. And this one guy's like, wait a minute, if we're eating plastic, that means it doesn't digest. which means we're not even getting any nutrients. Exactly, motherfucker. You're not getting no nutrients,
We're
which
all
means you're
dying.
going to die, you son of a bitch. You're going to die. Because without real food, folks, we die. Where there is no nutrients, there is no vitamins, there is no minerals, there is no nothing in this food because it's fucking plastic made by a goddamn 3D printer.
You can tell that this is a guy who buys all his food at gas stations and off the shelf. He never buys fresh anything. Oh man, talking about having drunk the Kool-Aid.
And because of that, you will die. You are slowly dying right fucking now and don't even fucking know it. Because none of that fucking food out there is real. It's plastic made in a 3D printer. Isn't that sick? Isn't that some sick shit? Wait till my ET friends find out about this.
Oh!
There's going to be red flash.
ET friends are going to find out. Okay, what's going to happen?
Lights all across the goddamn sky as far as the eye can see.
There's going to be lights. Ooh.
How much you want to bet?
Okay, all right, the bet's on. So as soon as the ET friends find out that we are being fed plastic and not real food, they are going to spread their lights all over the sky. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet?
How much you want to bet my ET friends freak the fuck out when I tell them this little ditty?
Oh, he's going to tell them.
Yeah. They ain't going to be too happy. They say, well, Vaughn, why is that? Because they live here too, dumbass. They live here too. The ETs live here too.
Oh, do they? And they eat shit like you?
They got to put up with all this plastic food shit too. Who's buying up all the farmland? Oh, yeah, Bill Gates. Why? So you'll have to eat fake ass meat. That's why he's buying up all the land, all the farms, so that you won't eat real cows no more. All you can eat is fake ass meat, plastic meat.
I'm gonna buy. Okay, listen. I'm not a financial advisor, but here is kind of a tip. I think is you can run on. You can take this to the bank. You should invest all your available money in companies that make 3D printers that print meat, because this looks like the wave of the future. You can't lose.
I told you this is going to be a bombshell. But yeah, Google rubber watermelons video, slice video, or just rubber watermelon video.
It's a fifth, sixth.
Rubber chicken strip video. Yeah, the woman gets it from a popular food chain, and pulls open the box, grabs the chicken strip, goes to break it in half to dip it in her dipping sauce.
This is the way he
and the
started.
fucking thing won't even break. It just bends. Because it's fucking plastic. Holy shit, man. And see, you're eating this stuff and there's no nutrients in it, no minerals, no vitamins, no nothing. So you're slowly dying because your body isn't getting enough nutrients to keep it alive.
Not your body.
It's a soft kill, folks. It's what we call a soft kill.
Yeah.
You understand? Are you listening to me?
Yeah, we're listening.
But I double dog dare you to Google rubber watermelon video. Make sure you put the video on the end there. It's important. Because rubber watermelon takes you off on a fucking tangent. Google rubber watermelon video. Okay? Because if you just put rubber watermelon in there, you're going to get kids' toys and shit. You understand? You got to put rubber watermelon video. Then you get the real deal. All right, anyway, I'm out of here. I said I'd scare the shit out of you. Well, I just did. The exact opposite of what RFK promised. Rubber fucking food, plastic food. No nutrients, no vitamins, no minerals, no nothing.
Pretty sad.
It's all fake as hell. Are you okay with that, America?
Just talking to America.
You better not be. All right. Anyway, that's it. Just come by to scare the shit out of you and leave. See you. Bye.
So, okay. This is also from the internet, so you can't trust anything from the internet, obviously, but you can get, a balanced point of view from the internet because both sides enter the garbage. But I'm shit scared as well. Look at this. Look at this. I'm not the only one. Woo! This is true as well. Look at this. The best part about Vaughn is that he's living in a car near Kel Neviari, has no money, no insurance, no phone service, and yet he's worried about all these silly little things like plastic food, Atlas, etc. Yeah, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Wouldn't it make sense if it was rubber banding? Plastic doesn't bend. Plastic doesn't bend. Aren't there such things as soft plastic? Oh, yeah. Toby. Rubbing chicken tendies. Look. He has to talk to his alien friends. His alien friends can't figure out what's going on. They have to get the information from Vaughn. But the nice thing is, the good thing, the positive thing, is that Toby Michael gets to send Von Helton money. So this guy here, this guy, will get money. And this is going to happen. There you go. Von Helton, you get your $5. All right, guys. That's all I had of Von Helton. But let me take a minute to check around to see if anything's kind of breaking. Nothing there. Break. Did you? Carrie had an actual really good live stream this morning. She's still live.
Oh, you said
No,
no.
my God.
No.
Oh shit!
I don't want to know. Never mind. Don't
What is
answer.
this?
Don't answer it.
It's like, all right, Jason, hold on.
Oh, she's going over stuff that we've already gone over.
But listen to Jason. We're gonna hear him. He's like, oh.
Yeah, no, I've seen this. And kind of no. Let's go see if anybody else is making anything about anything to do with these lulz cows, these clowns. I tell you what I want to do though. Let's have a look at the comments. We'll look at the comments. Of course you do. All right. So let's go to these. Okay, Revelation Jason posted, I can't trust anyone, but there's 78 comments. So let's sort by newest. Then we'll go to the bottom. Oh my God, there's a lot of them. Oh, these are not very complimentary to him. They're all saying that Shani is home. It doesn't look like Jason's responding to any of these. Can you imagine? Can you imagine waking up or coming to the realization Can you imagine coming to the realization today that your dream woman that you're talking to after a life of hell and an expected future of bliss and comfort and love, can you imagine waking up to find out that that is all just poof, a pipe dream, and you turn around and you look and you see that you're still stuck for the rest of your life? You're stuck with Shani. For the rest of your life, you're stuck with Shani. Doesn't seem very appealing to me. Say what you will. Doesn't seem very appealing to me. But anyway, this is all about Von Helton. And also, this is almost at the end. I do need to consult. I do need to consult the chat. Oh, look at this. Bobcat says, McDonald's chicken McNuggets in the US no longer contain silicon oil. Dimethylpolysiloxane as an additive. Been gone for 20 years, it seems. Oh yeah, I think this is what you were talking about, the I can't trust anyone. Right? Shani's home? She must be home. That's where she belongs, at Rev's side. Right. She masturbated too. Yeah, and he said that online. She really likes me. She's into me. I mean, when I was doing my drag show, she said she masturbated too. Yeah, it is. It is. It is sad. Yep. Can you imagine? Aren't you lucky to live through this part of history? You know, Von Helton. I mean, we all got to see Von Helton live for as long as it's going to last. Oh, I'm just wondering as well, is Von Helton just slowly going to disappear into irrelevancy? Because this bullshit that he's putting up now that we just watched is hella boring. It's nonsense. It's bullshit. Like, why waste time even watching it? So once he loses the once he loses the attraction of being trolled and watched, I think that's going to be a bigger blow to his ego than anything. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm not surprised about any of those people anymore either. Ooh, yeah, exactly. The way he's keeping on, he's going to fade into obscurity. Now this would be a show. Vaughn, Rev, and J-Dubs in a bachelor's. No, it wouldn't be a bachelor. It would be a gay orgy streamer's house. Yeah, right. You're talking about Von Helton, right? For sure. Hey up, Sid. Hey up, Rudolph. How you doing? All right, guys. I didn't see anything pop up. Oh, I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything come across my desk. Talking about fading away, where is J-Dubs? Well, I don't know. But we could go. Let me go look. J-Dubs. Let's go see if I can find his page. Let's see. Yeah, John. Okay, so here's John's page. J-Dubs. He's basically got live. The last time he went live was 2 weeks ago. And that's stupid, where he had that stupid idiot with him. And then the posts are from one post from 4 months ago. That's it. So he's MIA, I guess. You don't think J-Dubs can stand Vaughn? No, I agree. No one can stand Vaughn. Ugh. He's like human slime. I have a lot to do to get today, folks. I really appreciate you hanging around and watching and having fun with me. I'm not really in a jovial mood because I just got so much to do today. And I'm a little nervous. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye and see you in the next one. I've got to figure out how this works with how do you switch this off. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to know that this is over only when I have that showing on the screen. Oh, for fuck's sake. There we go. Take care, guys. See you soon. We have a Shani and Revathon coming up. Stay tuned. Hopefully I can get to it later on today. If not, then it'll have to be tomorrow. All right. Looks like it's done. Thank you. There you go.